Hello everyone. So in this video we will talk about three type of angles: corresponding angles, alternate interior and co-interior angles. So to understand that, let us assume there are two lines AB and CD which are parallel. So AB is parallel to CD and PQ is a transversal. So here we can see that there are total 8 angles here. So what are corresponding angles? Angle 1 and angle 5. This will make a pair of corresponding angles, and if the lines are parallel, then these corresponding angles are equal. So we can write here angle 1 is equal to angle 5. Similarly, angle 2 is equal to angle 6. Angle 3 equal to angle 8. And last, angle 4 is equal to angle 7. So these four pairs are said to be corresponding angles. If lines are parallel, then these angles are equal, and if we prove that these pairs of corresponding angles are equal, then the lines become parallel. Next are alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles are angles on the opposite side of transversal, that is angle 2 and angle 8, and here angle 4 and angle 5. So angle 2 will be equal to angle 8, angle 4 will be equal to angle 5. So these forms alternate interior angles. So if lines are parallel, then pair of alternate interior angles are equal, and if the angles are equal, then the lines become parallel. Last is co-interior angles. Co-interior angles are also called angles on the same side of transversal, or they are also called allied angles. So in this, the sum of angles on the same side of transversal is 180. So here we can see that angle 2 and angle 5 are on same side. So these will form a pair of co-interior angles. So we can write angle 2 plus angle 5 is 180 degree. Sum of co-interior angles is 180, and angle 4 plus angle 8 is also 180. So these are co-interior angles. We will use these angles in the exercise 6.2. So let's start question number 1 of exercise 6.2. Here we have to find the two values of x and y. Two angles are on. This is 50 and this is 130. So we have to first find the value of x and y, and hence we have to prove that AB is parallel to CD. So here we can see that this is a straight line. So 50 and x will form a linear pair. So we will write x plus 50 is 180. This is linear pair. From here the value of x will be 180 minus 50, which is equal to 130. Again here we can see that this y and this 130 forms a pair of vertically opposite angles, and we know that vertically opposite angles are equal. So y is equal to 130 vertically opposite angles. So from here we can see that the value of both x and y is 130. Both are equal. And from the figure we can see that this x and y forms a pair of alternate angles, and we know that if alternate angles are equal, then the line becomes parallel. So here x and y form pair of alternate interior angles, and since these angles are equal, so the lines will be parallel. So hence the two lines AB and CD, AB is parallel to CD. So this was question number 1. Let's see question number 2. Here we can see that there are three lines AB, CD and EF which are parallel to each other. So AB parallel, CD parallel, EF. Ratio of y and z is given 3:7. So we have to find the value of x here. So let's start the solution. First of all, since the ratio of y and z is given, so we will suppose the angles. Let y is equal to 3k and z is equal to 7k. Clear? Now here in the figure C, AB is parallel to EF. This AB is parallel to EF and this is the transversal. So x will be equal to z. Why? Because this form pair of alternate interior angles. Clear? Now we know that AB is parallel to CD. So x and y are angles on the same side of transversal, that is co-interior angles. So sum of x and y will be 180. Co-interior angles. Clear? And we know that x equal to z. So we can here write z plus y is equal to 180. Put value of z and y here. What is the value of z? 7k. Value of y 3k is equal to 180. This is equal to 10k is equal to 180. The value of k will be 180 by 10. That is equal to 18d. Clear? So value of y is equal to 13 into 3 into 18, that is 54, and value of z is equal to 7 into 18, that is 126. And we know that z is equal to x. We have to find the value of x. So finally, x is also equal to 126 because x is equal to z. So this was question number 2 of exercise 6.2. So let us see question number 3 of exercise 6.2. Here it is given that AB is parallel to CD, EF perpendicular CD, that means this angle is 90 degree. Angle GED is 126 degree. This is GED, the complete angle is 126. So we have to find the three angles AGE, GEF and FGE. So first of all, we have to find this angle GFEG. Because we can say that GEF. We can see that this angle is part of this complete angle. And the complete angle is 126 degree. So we can write angle GEF is equal to angle GED minus angle FED. Subtract this 90 part from the whole angle, then we will get this angle. So this will be equal to 126 minus 90. So this angle will be equal to 36. Next we have to find angle AGE and FGE. This is AGE here and this is FGE. Here we can see that AB is parallel to CD and this GE is the transversal. So angle AGE is equal to angle GED. Why? Because they form alternate interior angles. So value of angle AGE is 126 degree. Finally, we have to find the value of FGE. This is angle FGE. We can see that angle AGE and angle FGE lie on the same line, AGF, and they will form pair of linear pair. So angle AGE plus angle FGE is equal to 180 degree linear pair. So what is value of AGE? 126. is 180 and from here angle FGE is 180 minus 126. This is equal to 54 degrees. So this is angle FGE. So this was question number 3. In the next video we will discuss the rest of the questions of this exercise.